Continue to follow breaking news this evening. The FBI says it has broken up a plot by an extremist group to kidnap Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer.
According to an FBI affidavit, the group met in the basement of a business in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Their goal was to put Whitmer on trial for treason, overthrow the government, storm the state capitol, and ignite a civil war. This all stemming from the state's COVID-19 restrictions.
Now, prosecutors say their planning was elaborate and included staking out the Michigan governor's vacation home. And now presidential candidate Joe Biden and the White House both commenting on the case.
We have team coverage tonight. WGN's Mike Lowe reports on today's charges.
When I put my hand on the Bible and took the oath of office 22 months ago, I knew this job would be hard. But I'll be honest, I never could have imagined anything like this.
Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer linked the rise in right-wing extremism to President Donald Trump's rhetoric after federal agents thwarted a conspiracy to cause mayhem in Michigan.
Just last week, the President of the United States stood before the American people and refused to condemn white supremacists and hate groups like these two Michigan militia groups. Stand back and stand by, he told them.
Earlier in the day, the top federal and state prosecutors in Michigan joined the FBI and the state police in detailing the shocking case.
The nature of this case is rather unprecedented, but it does send a very vivid reminder that while we may be in a time period of discourse, possibly even divisiveness and fighting across the nation, law enforcement stands united.
The alleged conspirators, 5 men from Michigan and 1 from Delaware, allegedly hatched the plot in Dublin, Ohio. They are apparently upset with Whitmer's restrictions intended to stop the spread of the coronavirus. Authorities say they became aware of the plot and started investigating when extremists began communicating on social media.
Through confidential sources, undercover agents, and clandestine recordings, law enforcement learned particular individuals were planning to kidnap the governor.
All of us in Michigan can disagree about politics, but those disagreements should never, ever amount to violence.
The group allegedly planned to attack the Michigan State Capitol. Authorities say the group conducted surveillance on Whitmer's vacation home and used encrypted messages to discuss detonating explosive devices, including on a highway bridge, to divert police attention.
The group successfully detonated an improvised explosive device wrapped with shrapnel to test its anti-personnel capabilities.
7 men also face state charges for conspiring with the militia group Wolverine Watchmen.
Our efforts uncovered elaborate plans to endanger the lives of law enforcement officers, government officials, and the broader public.
Whitmer called for unity and a renewed effort to focus on what she said is a danger to everyone.
I've said it many times. We are not one another's enemy. This virus is our enemy. And this enemy is relentless.
Authorities say the plotters wanted to do this before the November election. The 6 men who have been charged by federal authorities face up to life in prison. Reporting in the newsroom, Mike Lowe, WGN News.
And today, Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden reacted to the kidnapping plot against the Michigan governor.
Yeah, he called on the president to step up and condemn actions like this.
There is no place for hate in America. And both of us have been talking about this for some time, about how white supremacists and these militias are a genuine threat. I've got to compliment the FBI and the police agencies for what they did and how they stepped up. But look, the words of a president matter. Whether they can, as you've heard me say this before, they can cause a nation to have the market rise or fall, go to war, bring peace, but they can also breathe oxygen into those who are filled with hate and danger. And I just think it's got to stop. The president has to realize the words he utters matter.
Well, the White House press secretary released this statement on today's arrest. Kayleigh McEnany issued this, reading in part, President Trump has continually condemned white supremacists and all forms of hate. Governor Whitmer is sowing division by making these outlandish allegations. America stands united against hate and in support of our federal law enforcement who stopped this plot.
And just moments ago, the president himself tweeting, saying Governor Whitmer has done a, quote, terrible job, end quote. He then criticized criticize Whitmer for Michigan's COVID-19 restrictions. The president wrote, quote, rather than say thank you, she calls me a white supremacist, end quote. He also claims that Joe Biden has refused to condemn looting, but Biden has done that repeatedly. President Trump went on to write that he does not tolerate any extreme violence.